Happy Sunday, Johnny. Happy Sunday, sweetie. That's better. Yeah, thanks. Sorry about that. Oh, it's all right. Remember, it's me. It's me you're dealing with. All right. So the stone cottage. The stone cottage. If you want to call that a cottage, yeah. This is the stone house that John took May Pang to look at and talked about buying uh, for their use together. Yes, right. Okay. Now, this woman, no, I really, I, this is a horrible story, John. Yeah. She says it's happy memories. She's riding out to this place and looking at it to remember the happy day that you brought her there, and she was under the impression that you would be living there together. Yes. And then you left her like 2 days later with no explanation. Now here is the look at this place. Could could you really die? I mean, I never really took a good tour of this, but it's for sale now. They found a buyer. And she talked about it like it was a tiny cottage. Oh, it was very quaint, and John asked me if the kitchen was big enough for my. Is the kitchen big enough? Was she kidding? She's worried that kitchen wasn't big enough. I'll make do or something. She said with this kitchen, make do. Have sex in that kitchen, whatever. Sex. All right, let's go. Yeah. Um, Beautiful, beautiful place. I tell you, it's no wonder she went off the deep end. Yeah. You know what that would be like for me? I mean, it really is a beautiful, idyllic country estate out in rural Montauk, Long Island, New York, out near the end there, near where the lighthouse is, I would imagine. I've been there quite a few times on many different trips and fun times. Not with John. Once we went out there together when you knew I was with you. Right, we went to that. That was fun. Yeah, that was crazy. Out near the edge there. But that would be Johnny. That would be like me being a kid, and my parents never let me have pets when I was a kid because they were like, you won't take care of them. My parents were insane. And I asked for a dog all the time, and they never let me have a dog. The first thing I did when I moved out as a teenager is I got my own dog. But that's besides the point. That showing May Pang that house and saying, "You want this house? Let's get it. I'm gonna buy it for us," and then just not doing it and going home to your wife Yoko. That would be just like my parents taking me to a animal shelter and saying, pick out any dog you want, any puppy you want. No, you know what? Pick out two. Get two nice ones. We've decided we're going to let you have two puppies. And then once I'd picked them out and had been playing with them for a while and naming them saying, all right, get in the car, go home. You can't have them. This is what we did just for fun, to fuck with you. But now you get nothing. Lena, that's what this is about. That's why it's been so important for me to try to help May. I know, she puts on this big, happy, grinning face. You gave this woman brain damage, I think. You gave this woman so much to put her dreams on. And then, not only that, when you went back to Yoko, you went in all the press papers and everything and said that you never even talked about May. You acted like she was a big mistake, and that your time together was a big wasted mistake, and you said things like, nobody loved me, nobody cared about me, I was all alone, I couldn't wait to get back to Yoko, I was, and you made no mention of May at all. She was just like this thing that you just wanted to disappear. I know. This has been very tricky time for me because I've been balancing my relationship with you and trying to help her at the same time with you. And I want to say something. You're doing a very good job helping me, Lena. I mean, look at this place. Look at this beautiful stone. There were other pictures too of like the beach and the view of the. Let's see if we can find them. All right. This place is like selling now, I think, for $18 million. And it's funny, when May did a recent video of visiting this place and sitting on this porch and overlooking this thing with this big grin on her face saying, these are such happy memories. This is such a great day for me. How can that be? I don't think she's all right. Unless she has found peace with what might have been, but how do you do that? All right. Once again, you're the empath and you're putting yourself in her place, and I feel so like almost a sick feeling looking at these things, thinking of being May and going home from house shopping and thinking that's where I'm going to live now with John. We're going to live there and I'll be the princess of this castle overlooking this bluff, and all my friends can visit me there, and I'll cook him meals and it'll be so beautiful, and we'll make love and it'll be great. And then it's just like, nope, you don't get that. But you got to sit on the porch for one day and look out at the water. So she went back 50 years later, a couple of weeks ago or whatever, to sit on that porch again. And I don't know. Maybe that's what some people have to do with stuff like that. To me, that is a traumatic thing. My heart feels very heavy, John. Yeah. Mine does too. Mine does too. It's a lot of karma. It's a lot to carry. For you, yeah. So what can be done about it? I'm trying to do my best right now to let her know that she has a twin flame out there, and that, you know, a similar life can be hers right now. The guy's got money. Does he? Yeah. She's not hurting me either, but, you know, she's comfortable. But he's got money. Yeah, he could give her all that and more. Yeah, I can't wait to see who her twin flame is. Yeah. So that's why it's been heavy and everything like that. Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain? Bobby Weir, yeah, crossed over yesterday on Chris's birthday. Bobby Weir of the Grateful Dead, yes. Yesterday, as soon as we got the word that Bobby was on the other side, we had a big jam session here. Me, Christopher, and John, and Bobby, and the Dead, and it was really, really fun. And we sang a whole bunch of songs, and it was a really emotional fun evening that we spent celebrating the life and the crossing of Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead. Bobby. Take it all too hard, he's telling me. Yeah, you take it as hard as everyone. You, you take it on the chin for everybody, Lena. Yeah. Yeah. Karma's a bitch, but everybody's got their own, so you're helping him with his. Don't worry about it. You got nothing to worry about. Just do the work. Keep up the good work. Thanks. How does it feel going to the other side? What do you think? Bobby was one of the first people to contact me when I started channeling John. Yeah, Bob Weir came through. Well, he was still living here on the earth, of course, and that was back in 2014. He hooked me up with something called Grateful Dead wine. They no longer make it, but it was available on Amazon, and I was guided to Grateful Dead wine, which was actually wine dosed with psilocybin. And I went through a couple of cases of that stuff back in 2014. Thanks to the tip-off from Bobby Weir. Yeah, readjusted your wiring a little bit. Yeah, and then all of a sudden I went to buy more one day and it was gone. It was like it had never been offered, and Amazon acted like they'd never carried it. But I know they did because I have the bottles, the empty bottles to prove it. Yeah. I don't know if I kept any of those empty bottles with labels on. Yeah, I think you took the labels off and made painted glass out of them. Yeah, I should have kept a couple of those Grateful Dead wine labels. I'm such a loser. No, it's all right. Thanks for the party last night. That's all right, Bob. It was great. Yeah, it was really great. But what do you think of that May Pang story? Well, live and learn. That's all. She lived, she learned. She seems all right with it. Yeah, she does. I don't think she is, but she puts that face on. She puts that happy face on. I wish I was there right now. Well, let's go. Okay.